On this part of our journey through Vietnam, we travelled to Sapa, located in the northern province, close to the Chinese border, about 380 kilometres from Hanoi. We leave Hanoi by train and settle into our comfortable sleeping compartment for the overnight train trip to Lo Cai. The following morning we arrived at Lo Cai, where we bought a minivan for the treacherous trip along the windy roads leading up to Sapa. The scenery surrounding Sapa is breathtaking, with deep valleys and gorges, and cascading rice terraces that spill down the mountainsides like waterfalls of green and gold. The area is home to the minority hill tribes, and groups of ethnic youngsters can be seen everywhere. With the advent of tourism, Sapa, like everywhere else in Vietnam, is experiencing rapid growth, with new motels, hotels and restaurants popping up everywhere. Sapa itself is an enchanting village with crumbling French colonial architecture and the brick and concrete hotels which have encroached in recent years. The downside is a building boom that has seen one hotel after another raise the roof in a continual quest for better views. Subsequently, the buildings have become an artistic expression and mixture of colonial and modern architecture. The motel we chose to stay at had an elaborate and appealing design. Our room was spacious and comfortable, with modern amenities and spectacular views over parts of the surrounding Hong Lin Mountains, also known as the Tonkinese Alps. Some ethnic groups who inhabit the area include the Red Dao, easily identified by the red headdress and intricately embroidered waistcoats, and the Hmong, distinguished by the embroidered royal blue clothing. They are unyielding traders and will follow you all over town and up and down the mountains until you give in and purchase from one, only to find them replaced by another. Most have had little formal education and are illiterate, yet all the youngsters have a good command of English, French and a handful of other languages. Established as a hill station in 1922, Sapa was a resting place to escape the hot summers of Hanoi. Sapa overlooks beautiful valleys and lofty mountains. The mountains, often shrouded in mist, and the valleys and villages around Sapa are the real draw card, with fantastic trekking adventures and homestays available. There is plenty to see in and around Sapa, and there are lots of interesting villages within walking distance of the centre. On a clear day, you will see steeply terraced rice fields, towering ridges, primitive mud-thatched villages, raging rivers and astounding waterfalls. The Mulho River winds a wild jagged course among the tiny settlements. The best times of the year to visit Sapa are from March to May and from September to December. Summers tend to be incredibly hot and humid here, and the place is wet and muddy from the tropical storms, while winter temperatures can drop below zero. The homes and villages look medieval and lost in time, but most will have a satellite dish, a sign of the modern era. Traditionally, the people here were the poorest of the poor, but they have rapidly learnt the spirit of free enterprise. They are extremely welcoming of all foreigners as a result. They welcome you into their homes and encourage you to stay for a real cultural experience. A walk through the valleys and ranges here is a haven for artists and photographers, with a multitude of opportunities existing everywhere you turn. The natural colours are vibrant, and the contrast and contours of the landscape are bold and beautiful. Sapa has had its fair share of conflicts, with it nearly wiped off the map in World War II, and successive wars against the French, the USA, and more recently the border skirmish with China in 1979 took its toll. In spite of the growth Sapa has experienced, it seems a quaint, tranquil, and restful place. As we head back down the mountain range, a photo opportunity appears at every turn in the road, and it's easy to see why this area is such a draw card. As we arrive back at Lao Kai and the Chinese border, we soon realise what a majestical place Sapa really is compared to other developed areas of modern Asia, and why it is a must-see for anyone intending to visit Vietnam.